polls are showing us that the swing voters in the United States, the ones who went for Biden in 2020, but then flipped back to Donald Trump in 2024, a good number of them are regretting their votes. They wish they had not gone back to Donald Trump, and they are not happy with anything that he has done since taking office. However, the rest of the people who voted for Donald Trump, those hardcore MAGA fans, the Republicans, most of them are loving everything, even though they are suffering under his policies. They're still paying higher prices. They're still being fired from their government positions. Their spouses have been detained by ICE. Nevertheless, they like what's happening. And in a recent opinion column for The Guardian, columnist Arwa Madi actually lays out a very good rationale for why these Trump supporters who are getting hurt by Trump are still okay with it. Because as she puts it, these people who are suffering under Donald Trump still support him because the people they despise are suffering even more. Let me read you this. The stock market is plunging, prices are rising, federal workers are getting laid off, students are being snatched off the street by immigration agents. The U.S. is many things at the moment, but stable is not one of them. So amid all this turmoil, how are all the Donald Trump voters feeling? Has buyer's remorse set in? Not according to the polls. Everyone is feeling some pain right now. In a hyper-polarized country, however, what seems to really matter to many voters isn't how much pain they're feeling themselves, but whether the other side is suffering more. Right now, however, Trump is hurting the sort of people many of his voters seem to be interested in seeing get hurt. He's an avenging angel, wreaking vengeance on the elite institutions, scapegoats and boogeymen that the Republican Party has spent years blaming for the state of the U.S. He's cut funding to all the Ivy League universities he's called woke and declared out of touch with American values. He's gone after transgender people, and he has rounded up immigrants and protesters just as he promised he would do. Trump isn't just doing every vindictive thing he told his supporters he was going to do. He's trolling his detractors via nasty memes. He's rubbing salt in their wounds. Trump may be hurting all the people he said he'd be hurting. There's plenty of pain to go around. But that pain could get worse in the months ahead, she warns. So she's absolutely right. Every group, every individual, every institution that she listed that is getting targeted by Donald Trump right now is absolutely getting targeted by him. There is no doubt about that. He's made it very clear. It's very public and very open. And the conservatives, right, the MAGA conservatives, they love that. They hate woke. They hate the elite at these institutions. You think you're so much smarter than me? Ha ha! Take that. So yeah, the people they hate are suffering more right now. Here's the problem. Those institutions are going to persevere. They're still going to survive. Okay, Harvard's not going anywhere. Oh no, for 4 years, Harvard may not be getting federal money. That's going to hurt them, absolutely. But in 4 years, it'll be gone. They'll get federal money and they'll be just fine. Same thing with all these other institutions. They're going to outlive Donald Trump. They've been around before him. They'll be around after him. They will make a comeback. You know who's not going to make a comeback? These people out there that are posting videos bragging about Donald Trump doing all these horrible things to the people they hate. Y'all are the ones that are about to get hit harder than you could ever imagine. Prices are rising for you. Most of you are not that well off to where you can weather this storm. I have seen posts from Trump supporters talking about losing their entire 401ks. And that stock market turbulence is going to continue. This so-called pause on the tariffs, which isn't a pause, it's a reduction. The tariffs are still there at 10%. It's going to cause more chaos in the market. Y'all are going to lose more money. We have seen Trump supporters losing their jobs in the federal government. And then saying, oh, I thought it would be everybody else but me, because I like the guy. And that's what the point is. They wanted the other side to feel the pain, but they only wanted the other side to feel the pain. As the pain makes its way towards them, as they start to feel the ramifications of their own actions, suddenly it's not so fun. But that hasn't happened to a ton of them yet. But it will. And it will in just a matter of weeks at this point. They too will suffer, and they'll find out very quickly the people they hate, the groups they hate, the institutions, they will persevere. Trump voters, on the other hand, they're not made to weather this storm. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.